Hello, welcome to Tea with Tim. And I'm just about to make tea in our new kettle, really, because our handle broke yesterday, and now we've fixed it. So it's sort of new, and it's good for going. But I'm still thinking about all the Afghan stuff, and it's now the numbers are starting to come out. We evacuated over the last few days 150 British nationals, apparently, including one bizarre foreign tourist, one tourist called Miles Routledge. I'm pleased he's safe, but why was he there in the first place when we've been told not to go to Afghanistan except for essential travel? It just seems irresponsible, and he's taking up a place that could have been used by somebody else who was deserving a chance at getting their freedom. We only evacuated 289 Afghans. Now, just find it seems a bit shabby when we hear that Angela Merkel is saying that Germany needs to evacuate 10,000 people. Now, surely our involvement in Afghanistan was as great as Germany's, if not greater. No, we were training 350,000 native Afghans for the Afghan National Force. We've had 100,000 troops over the last 20 years fighting in Afghanistan. We've had over 450 soldiers who have died in this conflict in operations like Veritas, Fingal, Tarok, Herrick, Toral. A huge effort. So I find the very small numbers of people who have been evacuated really rather shocking. And at the same time, what are we hearing from Mr. Ra? We're hearing threats about sanctions. This is not the time to be talking about sanctions or threatening sanctions. This is the time for only one resolve, that is to get people out of Afghanistan whose lives we have put in danger. This isn't a national responsibility, this is a moral responsibility. And I think the people in power, the people who are supposedly leading us, are being led by a desperation to apportion blame somewhere else. So Biden is busy blaming Trump. I mean, we'd all love to blame Trump, but he's an easy target. But I think in this particular case, the target should be Biden. He should be accepting responsibility for his failure. Only a few minutes ago, we had the fellow who led the Afghan National Bank fleeing to Singapore and blaming the Afghan president and the leadership of Afghanistan for the collapse. This blame game is going to go on and on and on, and everybody, particularly tomorrow when Parliament is assembled, will be busy apportioning blame to other people. It will be the most extraordinary blame game. And at that point, maybe we should be talking to people who so far have been completely silent. But how can we talk to them if they're not a member of Parliament? I'm thinking of people like Tony Blair. And something which has been in my mind for some time, people who have been leading political parties, whether they are successful, like the Labour Party or the Conservative Party, I think have a duty. It's not a right and it's not an honour. It should be a duty for them to move into the House of Lords so they can be held responsible, so they can be called to talk under parliamentary scrutiny, so they can be held to account. And I would really like to see Tony Blair in the House of Lords. I would like to see Nigel Farage in the House of Lords, not because I want to see them dressed up in ermine, but because I want to know that they are there to account for the actions that our current political life has been determined by them. We are living the life that they have created, so they should be held to account. And how do we do that if they're swanning around on the news or swanning around giving lectures to other people? The people who have been leading our recent political life should be in the House of Lords. Cameron, Mrs. May, get her out of the House of Commons, for God's sake, because she only witters there. Get her into a place where she can't do any real damage, but where she can be held to account. Tony Blair particularly, and Nigel Farage. He shouldn't be on GBTV, though, he's tremendous fun over there, but he should be held to account. So, meanwhile, please join me for tea, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.